Nobushi is the base game samurai's hybrid character. She mainly likes to play the neutral and wait for a chance to attack to really get her offense going. I would say that she is an easy to hard character to understand, because when you first pick her up, she is pretty easy and you will sweep a lot, but once you get to the really high skill players, you have to fight for that win a lot of times. Let's get to Nobushi's pros, shall we? She has really good range, a lot of times hitting enemies when they have no way to really hit you back. She also has great iframes. Like, sometimes it really does feel unfair to go against her if you're on the back burner. Amazing stamina, one of the best in the game, I would say, because usually if you have somebody that you're really laying the pressure on, you can usually kill them before your stamina would run out. One of the most brutal blenders in the game, like amazing offense once you get going, and if you can just keep guessing what your opponent's gonna do, she is actually so crazy at sometimes. She is also like the biggest skill check on the enemy you're going against, because if somebody's not good at going against Nobushi, you can definitely tell, and you will eat them alive. I am also notoriously bad at going against this character, so take that as you will. Now the cons. She is easily parried at high skill levels, making it so you really have to fight to get your offense going. Not amazing health, but she has a good enough health. It's not like an assassin's health, but it's not like great either. And most of the parries that an enemy will get on you are going to be your light parries, because both of her dodge attacks count as lights. Just overall, it's just a bad time to get parried when you're playing this character. She is easily guard broken a lot of times because you're going to go for your kick, and if they dodge it, they can guard break you. Not a great time. And leading into that, her defenses aren't really great. Once she's on the back burner, it's really hard for her to gain control back. But when she does, she has massive gains with great damage. Now let's get into the video portion of this guide. Future me, take it away.
So Nobushi's kit is pretty simple. It's just a lot of little things that you gotta kind of keep track of. So she has two heavies. That's her combo for heavies. She also can have 3 stabs, but you have to press the third light uh, very soon after the second one, and you get that bleed. Now Nobushi, when she has bleed on somebody, she does extra damage, which is always really nice. Like, okay, you see they don't have bleed on them right now? My heavy does 24, but with bleed, it does 29. Huge rewards to get bleed on an enemy, and there's a lot of ways to do that with this character. Dodge forward light is a bleed stab. Dodge left or dodge right light is also a bleed stab. You can go into your stance and do it, but you have to do the kick first, and then press the light button to get the bleed. Her zone is also a bleed stab, although the second hit's not like super reliable, and it can get parried pretty easily. Now, Nobushi also has a dodge heavy, but this dodge heavy is really bad. It barely dodges, and it counts as a light parry, but it hits from the other direction, so if they're expecting the dodge light from the left, you could do the dodge heavy, and it hits from the right, and it gets an execution off it. But I would not rely on it too much. Now, your main combo you want to do with Nobushi is light, light, get the 3 light stabs, then press the guard break button, and pretty much go into it again. And look at all that bleed. But, of course, they can dodge out of that, so the main thing you're going to want to try to do is mix them up. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. I don't know why I was having so much trouble. So, light, 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 kick, light, 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 kick, and then, so if they try to dodge that, if you're trying to go for your more bleed stabs into that combo, you can do that light, and then go into your heavy, which is the heavy ender that's undodgeable, and it does 35 damage if they have bleed on them. That is crazy damage. So you really can just melt a health bar with this character. Let me show you how you can delete somebody's health with this character. like, because it can get pretty crazy. So light, 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 and then if they tried to dodge, and then, yeah, they're just dead. Of course, if after the kick, you shouldn't do the heavy. I don't know why my brain is really doing that right now. It should be light, then heavy. So you get the undodgeable ender instead of just your base heavy. She also has another move. So, pretty much, if you're holding back and you press light, she hits really far with another bleed stab. It only hits from one direction, I'm pretty sure. Oh, no, it hits from all directions. Look at that. That's pretty good. Another thing she has is this stance. Now, in this stance, you can't really necessarily do too much. You can do that kick, or you can cancel it and try to go for guard break. But just it existing is really good. Also, out of the stance, you can do the undodgeable ender. So that is also pretty good. So if you have bleed on somebody, you can just go into the stance and get 35 damage like that if you think they're going to dodge. Very good stuff. But, as we know, once you get to the higher skill ceilings of this character, people are going to start parrying your lights, right? And that's not good, because you need your lights to really open somebody. And if they start blocking your second or third light so you can't get bleed damage, it really limits this character. So a lot of times, maybe this kick will be something you want to go for, or you want to try to zone out your opponent, and so you can get those bleeds. With her zone attack, this is also just another little thing. With her zone attack, you can, after that first hit, if you press the guard break button, you can just kick right after. So that's a little mix-up that you can do. But after you do that kick, you can go right into your light, which is really good because that little dodge she does after it, it has a lot of iframes. So if somebody tries to swing at you, it really does it. She also, with her iframes, she just has a lot of leeway with it, right? She has a lot of multiple ways to go into it. And I'm gonna get this warden to, like, there. You see, so the warden tries to hit me, but with her stance, you can activate and get iframes, which is really good. Yeah, and with that dodge, like, when you... It's really hard to show it here. It's really hard to show it here. Sorry about that, my phone was going off. But... So it is really hard to show that here, other than, that one. That one is pretty easy to get. At least here. In an actual game, it's pretty hard. But I'll try to, when I play the actual game, get the iframes right there after the kick. And yeah, that's pretty much the basics of this character. Pretty simple, but just a character you really gotta know. Like, she has a lot of little things you have to keep track of. And yeah, let's get into the game, shall we? If you leave after this, completely fair, and tell me how you do with the character. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Alright, on to the game now. Against a gladiator with a floating stick. So, in the gameplay, I'm going to try to show her main mix-ups, obviously. I'm not going to try to go for the big base combos or anything. Very glad this glad is letting me monologue. But yeah, you can do one stab into your kick, or two stabs into your kick. Oh. See, right there, you can get your, Nice. But right there, when he tried to hit me, I'll try to have it kind of play again. You can see that I did the dodge, it got the iframes, and got the bleed stab in. Very good stuff. This character can be quite insane sometimes. not a period. Ooh, that was good. Oh, good stuff. Stab. Victory. So as you saw right there, when I was on defense, it was really hard to get out of it. Maybe I should have went for my stance a little more, but that's such a risk because they can get a guard break and a full punish on me, you know, if that messes up. So yeah, it's always something you gotta look out for. I like this guy. Oh, that was good. Ooh. Whew. Kind of a lame way to end it, but as you saw right there, pretty interesting character. Has a lot of little gimmicks that can really steal a victory out from somebody's nose. Under somebody's nose, sorry, I messed that up because the guy left. He did not have a good time. But I really like that guy. The guy was pretty cool. Especially because that was the first game I played to show off the character, and I won. So yeah, that is the basics of the character, and if you... Fair enough, For Honor. But if you play her, definitely let me know how you guys feel about her. She is I really like the character, but when you're going against somebody that really knows what they're doing, it is an uphill battle, I swear. It is like one of the hardest matchups in the game for a lot of characters. But yeah, thank you so much for watching if you made it this far, and I hope you guys have a good one. Have a good night, guys.